Hi, my name's Tim, and today I'm going to be taking you through HorizonLens, the financial planning application. And this video is focusing on setting up the situation or planning for an individual or a couple. And we're also going to be looking at the milestones. So this page here is reachable by my current situation and then situation. So first of all, you can choose whether to make your financial plan for yourself as an individual, or you can also plan for a couple by clicking the couple here. And you can enter in the both people's actual details, their date of birth, month, year, their expected life expectancy, and also the country as well. So for example, one might be from one country, the other might be for another country. And why is that important? Well, when we go to set up our current finances, for example here, and then we choose add account, it's going to default to the country that's been set up in my current situation. So you'll see those from the States, for example, you're going to see accounts appropriate for that particular country. Back on situation, and once you set this up, the dates are important because that's going to determine how the plan behaves for both people. Now let's talk about the milestones. So if we click on that, the first milestone that's the most important is the retirement one. Defaults to 2067, and you can specifically set it to whichever one you fancy. For example, if you would want to retire at 60, just put 60 here. Now this is the default milestone, but if you actually create a plan, you can then override the retirement date, so you can choose other specific dates for different scenarios to see if you can retire any earlier, for example. But this, as I said, is the default one. And then we have some other special milestones. So the FIRE milestones are for the financial independence, retire early. And there are a number of different types here: Coast FI, Lean FI, and these have got some default settings, how to actually calculate those. And you can then specify the default date or the target date when you are trying to reach these particular stages. And then the plan is going to tell you whether you are on track or not. And these here are the percentages, multiples of the salary that you to reach at that particular stage. So for example, FAT FI is considered 33 times the actual selected spending base, and you can override that if you want to. For example, if you want to make it something like 35, you can then choose to override that. Leave it at default at 30. You can also choose to switch these off if you want, but just by clicking the buttons here. Not going to go any more further detail about this because this is again going to be a video dedicated to talking about the file milestones and how they work. You can also choose to add a sort of custom or extra milestones. If you click on that, you can choose things like get married, trying milestones for having a child, maybe college, new job, etc. You then choose specifically the milestone and then the age at which you are actually planning to do that particular thing. And then just click add. And then these will then appear inside your plan. If I click on that, you'll have the icon here. So this is the retirement milestone. And then once you reach things like the FIRE, you will then see the other actual milestones appear, or the ones I've added in.